And I think we are live. Okay, great. Hello, Jim. It's great to see you today. I hope that your week has been well. Here's a quick overview of some of the things we're going to do today, and then we can dive right in to the singing. So, the terms and the singer distinctions we'll come back to. We'll use them a lot throughout the lesson so that we can kind of help you identify the issues that you're hearing in your voice, and then you can apply the right fix so you can make improvements in real time. After that, we'll head straight into the daily vocal routine, and actually, I'd love for you to actually do this all the way through with the computer sound being routed through your end, so that we can actually hear you doing this live, and then I can give you feedback so that you can do these exercises on a regular basis to become both stronger and more flexible. Lastly, we'll work on our pitch together a good bit today, and I may add a new exercise on top of what we're already doing. The daily vocal routine helps you stretch and strengthen your voice so you can have a larger vocal range and have much stronger singing tone, while the pitch practice helps you sing the right note at the right time, which are two separate things. One is physical improvements on your singing through the daily vocal routine, and the other one is intellectual improvements on your singing through your musicianship being improved. And then lastly, we'll apply all of those improvements that you're able to make to a song today. Last week we hit Old Rugged Cross, and this week I'm thinking that we can hit either The Sound of Silence, the disturbed version, or we can hit My Way by Frank Sinatra. I think both of those would be fine for where you are, as long as we stay in the lower portion of the song for The Sound of Silence. So anyway, I digress. Let's jump right in. So right off the bat here, I'm going to stop my screen share here. But I'm going to keep open this. But in the meantime, I just want to show you quickly where we're headed. We're going to go into the daily vocal routine within my Singing Secrets course. And so for anyone watching live right now, we have a 10% coupon for the Singing Secrets course that you're about to see in this lesson. So Jim, what we'll do is what I'd love to do is maybe take one exercise at a time. So I'll have you do the exercise with the daily vocal routine live, and then we'll pause right after that, and then we'll give you some feedback, and then we might do it live one more time, just by yourself without the video playing, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the next exercise, and then we'll talk about how each of these improve your voice over time. So let me stop my screen share, and then you can jump right in to sharing your sound, and then let's jump into the voice starter. I'm excited to hit this.
Okay, I've shared my audio.
Awesome. Let's hit the daily vocal routine on
vocal buzz, low stretch.
That's it. And our biggest goal for you from this last week was to aim for more breathless tone. Breathless tone.
Begin with a light and relaxed tone exclusively in your chest voice. Go as low as possible, extending into your voice buzz without pushing down, then return to a relaxed, normal speaking pitch. Keep the range low, as the main point is to lightly connect your voice buzz and chest voice together. Aim for a completely breathless tone with no excess air escaping. Use enough breath pressure to ensure a strong connection.
Okay. Where is the... You hear me all right?
Yeah, there we are. Sorry, I was I'm gonna get the other window of you live, actually, so we can see you. You're paused on the stream. There we go.
I need to go to daily vocal exercises. I've gone down to section 2.
Oh, I see. Yeah, let's go to the daily vocal routine, and then we can hit the first exercise, which will be the voice buzz low stretch is where it'll start. There we go. Sorry, I had to also get your face on screen here because the previous uses.
I'm on section 2, daily vocal routine detailed explanations, and then under that I'm at voice buzz low stretch. Is that what I'm supposed to be at?
Oh, here, and instead of the I see here, we're gonna hit the section 1 Singing Secrets daily vocal routine video for male voices.
Okay, section 1.
Yes, I see. You were underneath the detail explanations rather than. Okay, I see.
I see section 1, daily vocal routine.
Yep. And then that's
And
going to
then
be SS DVR video mail.
DVR video mail.
Yes.
Got it.
Awesome. Whenever you're ready, let's let it fire for just that first
Voice starter
exercise.
number 1. Voice buzz, low stretch. Mum 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 mum. Mum 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 mum. Okay, great.
Voice starter number 2.
Let's try that one again, but I want to see if we can lower the volume of your video itself just by dragging down.
Voice starter number 1.
Because it's really loud and it's hard to hear your voice over the video.
Okay, let me figure out how I can do that.
Just
Settings.
I'm about to say what you can do is, do you see the little do you see the on the video itself? Do you see the play button and right next to it is a volume button?
Yep, got it.
Let's drag that down to like 50% or less.
Okay.
Cool. Sorry, that's just so that I and
voice starter number 1.
That'll work better.
Voice buzz,
and then let's get real close to your mic and try it. Great. If we can do that one more time and we can lower that volume even more. We can lower that volume even more and that'll be perfect. Let's take it to like 25%, but that was fine. I can give you some feedback based on what I heard. So I think you're doing a great job at getting some breathless tone. The reason why we do this mum 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 is so that we can connect your chest voice, which is just your natural speaking voice, to your voice buzz, which is just you using less volume but getting more tone. So the idea is that it's making your voice stronger, but you're not having to yell to do it. That's the reason why we do this exercise. Voice buzz is the same voice that you would use if somebody woke you up at 3:30 in the morning and said, "Hey, do you want to go for a walk?" I mean, you certainly wouldn't reply, "No, I don't think I'll go for a walk right now. It's a little late and I'd like to go back to sleep." That'd be ridiculous, right? So instead, you'd probably respond with something like this: "Just leave me alone. Let me go back to sleep." That's the voice that you want to use here. And that's the voice that you want to blend with your natural speaking voice so that you can make your voice more efficient. So me first, then you. Let's see if we can make an improvement on this. I'd love to not only have breathless tone, but I'd also like to see if we can go much lower with complete relaxation in your tone. So that's this. Mum, 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 mum. Hey, good for you. Jim, we're starting to get some really good consistency with that. I think before you were not able to make that crackle sound. Actually, when I say before, I mean like just like 2-3 weeks ago. Are you starting to feel the edges of your throat gently come together at the very, very bottom of that when you do mum, 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 mum?
Not really, but when I put my fingers on my throat, I am.
Okay, cool. So then what that tells me is that we're starting to get vocal fold closure. What that is, and I'm going to pull this up here because this is the best voice teacher I've ever had right here. Just a water hose. Okay. So this type of water hose right here, there's two ways that we can. There's two
Zack,
ways.
am I supposed to be seeing something?
Oh, that's right. I don't have you on the share. Well, this is the water hose analogy. Have we done this one yet?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'll send you this right afterwards so that you can see it.
That's fine.
But long story short is when you hold a water hose, there's two ways to make the water come out faster. This is without the spray nozzle. One, you can come to the side of the house and turn up the water. And what that's going to do is it's going to shoot more water out of your voice. That means getting louder with singing. Or the second way that you can make the water more intense or shoot further or shoot higher or whatever. What is it? When you're holding a water hose, what can you do, Jim, to make that water go further?
Decrease the size of the opening by putting your thumb over it.
That's right. That's exactly right. So with your voice, what I'm hearing you say is that you're learning how to slowly start to put your thumb over the top of that water hose to create more pressure. That is exactly what we're trying to do. What that's going to do is it's going to make your voice stronger and it's going to allow you to sing in a much larger range. So that mum that you just did, that's not that I think that I love that you were able to get tone with the voice buzz. That's not to say that we can't make more improvements, but every time that you get more of that buzz and more of that vocal fold closure, you will strengthen your whole voice overall. So let's go one more time. Let's see if we can get much lower. And also, can you give me a little bit more input on your microphone itself, like the you're speaking? And then let's try that mum one more time whenever you're ready. Mum. Getting really low.
Mom. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How's my tone? Okay.
It's great now. Good for you. Can you feel that there's a little bit of breathiness in there?
Yeah.
And that's okay. Over time, we should be able to get less breathy as your voice is able to close more, right? What we're saying is that when you're putting your thumb over the water hose, there's just a little bit of water escaping, but we need to have a little bit tighter of a seal in order to make sure there's no water escaping. How do we get that to happen? Just by practicing it, just by doing it. Our voice will slowly and more and consistently get more comfortable with adding that pressure as we just try to add pressure, right? Like that's just the same thing as me saying, how do I get more strength in my shoulders? Well, I have to do exercises that trigger the shoulders in order to for my muscles to be stimulated for growth. So anyway, lovely.
Hey, let me try that. Let me try that again one more time.
Perfect.
Mom. Excuse me. Hey. I can do it much better with hey.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey. Much less breathy.
Good. Yeah.
Would you say it's less breathy?
Somewhat. I think that I'm hearing you say a instead of hey with a full H, which I think that's great. The big thing that I would say is that the more comfortable we can get with this, the easier it will be for you to produce clean tone. So can we try this? Let's try ah. Yeah, I think that right there. Let's do as in bat or cat. That's going to help us find that pure, really great speech-like tone. That way we can use it in a song. So ah. Try that. Perfect. That's it. That's probably the most connection I've ever heard you have on Voice Buzz, which is really great because all the Voice Buzz is it's just efficiency for your voice. So beautiful job. Let's keep going. What I'd love to do now is hit a little bit of a crackle stretch. Can you play that audio again with that volume much lowered from the daily vocal routine and try it?
Low stretch.
You want to go past there, right?
Yeah, let's start in the hey heys just after that one's done.
Hey.
There we go.
Perfect. This one should be really light volume. Cool. Let's pause here.
I wasn't paying attention to the up and down.
That's okay. So great. Overall, I think that was really clean. I think that you're doing a good job saying the hey, and what this does is it stretches your chest voice to get much higher over time. So if you want to be able to belt high notes, this is how to do it. So why? Because we're taking off all of the weight. So imagine if you saw me struggling to pick up some weight over my shoulders here, and you saw me struggling because there was too much weight. The thing that you would recommend is that, Zach, you need to drop the weight. You need to do less weight. So this is exactly how we do that. The hey has almost no pressure on your voice. It's just very, very light, almost as if we're like whispering, right? Hey, hey, hey. It lets us get very high in our chest voice without pushing. So that will help us get a full range of motion and stretch so that over time we'll be able to get much higher. So then here's the question, Jim. How does a human become more flexible?
By stretching and exercises.
That's it. So then by stretching, how do you know if you're actually getting a stretch?
You feel your muscles pull.
That's right. You feel it. So what I'm not suggesting here is that we stretch with wrong technique or stretch by pushing and straining, right? We want to stretch the right muscle groups in your voice in the right way, because over time that's going to really matter. So if my goal is to do a split, and I made this analogy during my last lesson as well, if my goal is to do a split and I stretch really well with the right technique today, does that mean I'll be able to do a split tomorrow?
No.
No.
Maybe later.
Yeah. And it takes
Exercise more.
consistency. That's right. Just adding consistency on the stretches that you know work will over time absolutely get you to your goals. So that's where I think we could start stretching more here. So me first, then you is going to be hey, 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 hey. Can we try that?
Hey, hey, hey.
Great.
Hey.
I'd go even higher. Hey, hey.
Hey, hey.
Good for you. So when you can't crackle anymore, that means one of two things. It means either you're too high in pitch or you're too loud in volume. If you can lower your volume, you should be able to stretch much higher. So that would be my suggestion for this week is use less volume. And then, of course, we want to keep the crackle. Why? Because that's, again, going to let us stretch our chest voice in a full range of motion much higher. All right, next, do I care about the V sound right now? I don't. But I do want to try the chest voice 5-vowel stretch. This is taking our voice buzz connection and it's applying it to all 5 vowels. All you. Let's give it a shot. Breathless tone and then connect it.
Both small and large ranges.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Beautiful. Let's pause there. Nice job. So here's what I'll say. I think for the first stretch, I would keep the range way smaller for the first small stretch. Why? Because we want to get the connection first on all 5 vowels, right? Because we're going to use all these 5 vowels in our range. So we want to make sure that before we start really stretching it really high that we have the right technique. So that's going to sound like this. Wah, 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 way. Right? My range is small. I'm not trying to go wah, 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 wah. That's too high for right now. We can do that later, but only once we've gotten situated with the small stretch. That's why we have in the daily vocal routine, we have 2 stretches.
Stretch,
both small and large ranges. So that's what I'm going to suggest we do. Can we try that? Just you and me without the daily vocal routine. Can we try wah 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 way just on those first 2 vowels?
Wah, 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 way.
Good. I would like just like barely talk it. So here, try this. I want you to repeat this phrase. Try keep the range smaller, just in your normal speaking voice.
Keep the range smaller.
That's about as high as you need to go because we're starting in our low crackle and then we're finding our normal speech-like tone and going wah 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 way. Right? We never want to go really high because that's not where we're stretching yet. It's hard to do and it's hard to stretch that small, but if we can't stretch it small properly, we're not going to be able to stretch it big properly. That's like someone who's bending their knees when they're reaching down to touch their toes. If they're bending their knees to try to touch their toes when they're not even halfway down, you can guarantee that they're going to be bending their knees when they try to get all the way down to touch their toes. So that's what I want to suggest is let's like barely go high at all. We want to keep it low the entire time. So Wah, 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 wait. Can we try that? Like, just keep it super, super low. One more time. Yeah, that's way better. So if we can slowly remove the breathiness by incorporating more pressure over time and then connecting it to our normal voice, I think that's going to be really, really powerful. So keeping that range small, Jim is going, what that's really going to do, and just to show you in a song real quick what that's actually going to do, let me open up my piano here. There we go. I have my piano enabled. Can you hear that, Jim?
Yes.
Great. So I need to pull up the lyrics for the Sound of Silence real quick, because that was one of the ones that you had sent over. So, what is it? If I sing with "Hello, darkness, my old friend," if I sing those low notes while pushing down on my throat, it doesn't sound good. But if I use my buzz, that wah 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 wah, I'm gonna have a lot stronger tone, right? Like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again because a vision softly creeping." Right? You can hear that my tone is the same all the way from the lowest note to the highest note. So it's important that when you're doing your chest voice 5 vowel stretch, like, listen to this. "Hello, darkness, my old friend. Wah, 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 wah." You see how it's the exact same tone?
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're aiming for. We want to keep the all 5 vowels all in that small range, and that's really going to help. So, okay, we're going to skip forward here for just time. I'd like to head on to our buzz builder, because this one's going to help you connect your real voice to your voice buzz so that you can sound strong. So that's going to sound like this. And actually, we don't even need to use the daily vocal routine. So what I'm going to do is let's see, how do I do this? I'm going to share my sound now from my end, and I'm going to unshare yours because I think we're good now on that, and we can just do copy afterwards. There we go. Okay, so let's see. I've got to turn. Is your face still here? Where is your
Yes.
Zoom window?
I'm beside you. I'm
There we go. I got it.
on my screen. I'm stacked with you.
Awesome. I think I was able to. There we are. I think I have you in real time now. Awesome. So let's check out the daily vocal routine. This is going to take you through exercises that are going to help you stretch and strengthen your voice on a daily basis. So here's that buzz connection.
Buzz
Just want to show
connection.
you it.
Low starting pitch. Ba. Bay.
And what I want to show you real quick, and we'll have you do that in just a quick second, is that you're using your chest voice. You're using a medium volume, not too loud, not too soft. We're going to keep pressure on our voice the whole time. And we're going to start, for you, I'd like to try to start at a low starting pitch. Then I want to connect it to our voice buzz. Why? Because it's going to allow your chest voice to start to use less volume, but get more tone. It's just efficiency for your throat. So here's what that's going to sound like. Ba, bay. If done right, we're not going to push, or we won't have to push at all. It'll just crackle down there. Let's give it a shot.
Ba.
Good.
Bay.
On to B.
B.
Good. There's the buzz. Good for you, Jimbo.
Bo.
Good connection. And boo.
Boo.
Can we try to do that boo with a little bit less breathiness at the top? So that's going to sound like this. Boo. And then we can let it crackle.
Boo.
Excellent. I love that. So make sure to start, in your normal, relaxed speaking voice. So your normal chest voice. That way you can connect your regular speaking chest voice to your voice buzz together. That's going to make you sound stronger, and that's going to give you more control over your low notes. I just want to give you a quick demonstration of something that I think might be helpful. So check this out. My normal range ends at a certain note on the piano. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. So let's see if I can sing down low right now. So we're going to go from E, ma, 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 You can see I'm having trouble hitting this low E. Maybe I can hit it now if I really push. However, if I use voice buzz, check out what happens. Mom, 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 mom. Mom with my voice buzz. Mom, 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 mom. Mom, 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 mom. I can go a full octave lower on my voice with ease, honestly. It's very easy for me to do that. I could probably go an octave lower than that too. And so the point in saying this is that we want to blend your chest voice with your voice buzz so that you can get stronger tone, but you can also get a bigger vocal range, right? Like who doesn't want to be able to sing both high notes and low notes? This is how we get there, by teaching your voice how to be efficient. And so just back to that image that we looked at earlier. Oh, I don't know where it went. Oh, I have to go to images. Just back to that image that we had earlier when we were actually talking about the voice buzz. This is what voice buzz does. Instead of yelling or pushing more volume, right? That's just turning up the water at the side of the house. Voice buzz is you learning how to make your sound more pressurized. Mom, 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 rather than mom, 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 which that second one, I'm just yelling, right? It's literally just yelling, and that's not going to help anybody. So, anyways, let's keep moving. I think you're doing a great job at slowly getting more comfortable with these exercises. It's worth noting that every day that you do these exercises, as long as you're just kind of sort of trying to implement some of the things we have here, you'll do them better. And even if you didn't do anything on these on the feedback for these exercises, you would still get better over time because you're still stretching. Even if it's not 100% optimal, stretching is always the way to get more flexible. So you're doing great on that. Let's move over to some pitch practice. And actually, I realized that I'd love to do a little bit of the pitch practice where we share your sound again. So if you don't mind, let's try that. And also, I'm going to have to disable your Zoom window and do the window capture to get you live. Can we share your sound again, then do the pitch practice for interval practice?
Interval practice.
Yes.
Where's the male? I'm seeing the female here. Oh, there it is above it.
Got it. Perfect.
Pitch pattern number 1, male. Is that what you want me to do?
I'd love for us to do the interval practice. That's the second one down.
Practice. Got it.
Beautiful. Let's try it all the way through. This video is going to be, but let me just preface it real quick. This video is 2 minutes long that you're watching, but what the purpose is, the reason why we do intervals is because every song that you ever sing will be made up of intervals. So if you can, and I have on screen here, I know that you can't see it at the moment, Jim, but I have on screen here exactly what Jim sees, and he's pulling up this video. So if you can see these intervals by their distance, right, minor second, major second, perfect fourth, whatever they are, if you can see them, hear them by recognizing what they sound like, and then of course feel them by singing them in your throat, you'll be able to do them more accurately in the song, because every song you ever sing is made up of intervals. Jim, take it away. Let's go all the way through interval practice, minor second, all the way through perfect eighth. Hear it. Na na. Sing with me. Na na. Can we turn down the audio for the... Sorry to interrupt. Can we turn down the audio for the video itself? Probably to like 25%. Sorry, forgot about asking you to do that. What that'll allow us to do is allow us, me, to hear you much cleaner. Hear it. Na na. I would say even more through sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So I would say even more low on the volume. Just by the if you can go straight to the video itself, and then right where you click play or pause, that's where we want to drag that fader down.
Oh, I was dragging the wrong one.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair. That's great. I already heard a little bit of difference there. So sweet. Let's go all the way through the interval practice to see. Yeah. Hear it. Na na. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Hear it. Na na. Sing with me.
na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Hear it.
Na na.
Sing with me. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Hear it. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Hear it. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Hear it. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Hear it. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Let's pause here.
Na na.
Beautiful. So far, this is going really well. The only piece of feedback that I have for you, Jim, is can we please try to aim lower on the lower of the two notes? What it sounds like is you're doing a pretty decent job getting up to the higher note, but the problem is that we're kind of raising up the lower note in order to help us get higher. So here's my question: is how many inches is a ruler?
12 inches.
12 inches. How many inches is that ruler if it's sitting on my roof?
12 inches.
12 inches. How many inches is the ruler if it's underneath the ground?
12 inches.
12 inches. So the reason why I mentioned that, I know that's a funny question to ask, but it's sort of pertinent to what we're dealing with and talking about. Range does not equal distance, right? So range and intervals within our voice are not the same. So what we have to do is we have to say, okay, this is further away from the first note to the second note. So if you can focus on keeping that low note consistent, right? Our starting measurement is 0 inches. So if we can keep that 0 inches always low and then focus on getting our other intervals up high, what that's going to do is it's going to train your body to be able to match these intervals better. So you're hitting the high note fine. We got to make sure that we hit the low note just as well. So let's keep going right from where we left off. I think we were on the tritone or perfect fifth area.
Yeah, perfect fit.
Awesome. Let's try it.
Hear it. Na na. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Yep.
Hear it. Na na. Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with piano.
Na na.
Sing alone.
Na na.
Good. Even lower in the low note.
Hear it.
Na na.
Sing with me.
Na na.
Sing with
All the way
piano.
up?
Na na.
Sing alone.
Here, let's pause. Let's try that. Na na. I want to sing the first note really
Na.
strong. Let's do na.
Okay.
Try this. You don't even have to do it. Sorry, we'll just do it together. So na. Try that note.
Na.
Good. Tiny bit lower.
Na.
Here, try this. Go na.
Na.
Woo! Perfect job, Jim. So the next goal is to get all the way up to the highest note, which is going to be all the way up here. I would go even higher. Yeah, there we go. We found it at the end. Try sliding to it because that always helps you find the note if you're having trouble. So Perfect. So now we have to get the distance between those two notes. So first note, na, real low. High note. There we go. So we're gaining control over the pitch of our voice by doing this. Nice job. So you can kind of see the point of why we do this. I'm going to go ahead and let's move right along. I would like to do the next one right in this same section. I like to do the pitch matching for chords because this is probably one of the most helpful things that you can do in order to match your pitch. So that'll be underneath that, directly under that, pitch matching chords male.
Pitch matching chords. Got it.
And I'm going to turn my volume off, but I'm still going to share my screen so that everybody could see what it is that you're doing. So this is, firstly, Jim, I know that you probably already have it up here, but I'm just showing everybody else on my screen. What this is, let's see, let's get the quality good. There we are. So a single note is played, and then the singer who's doing this course exercises sings the syllable na with that note. And as they're singing it, the chord surrounds their voice so that they can hear how they fit in to the context of the chord. Why is that important? Because whenever you sing, you're always singing with some sort of instrumental, right? Whether that be a piano or a guitar or other voices or a karaoke track or an orchestra, whatever it may be, they're always going to be playing chords. So you have to be able to pick out your note within the context of chords so that you can sing the right note. So this is a targeted way of being able to practice that. Jim, take it away. Let's do like probably all of these, and I think I'm going to give you some feedback afterwards. But the biggest thing I can say right away is just make sure that if you hear that your voice is too high or too low comparatively to the example given, the singer on here, that's me, who's singing the nah, we want to see if we can match that so that you can improve your pitch and your intonation. Let's try it, all you. And let's make sure the volume is down as well.
No. Hang on a second.
Totally good.
Volume.
Perfect. We're a little bit too high. A little bit higher on this one. Here you go. We're close. Good bit higher. There we go. There we go. Good job, Jim. This one's a little bit medium pitch. A little higher. Good. See if we can blend it. Here you go. Yep. Keep it strong. Yep. All the way through. Really high, really high. It's close. The real low. There we go. You blended it by the end. Good. Middle. Okay, great. Let's pause here for a second. I actually want to do this whole thing again, just so that you can really focus and practice on matching the pitch. But before we do it, I'm going to start by playing your note, and I'm going to see if you can find that note. Here, try this on na. Good. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you're not too high or too low. If you hear that it's not quite right, try shifting your voice up or down by a little bit. And any singer can do this, by the way. You can also, if you hear that it's not quite right with whatever karaoke track you're singing with, if you hear that your voice isn't quite right, see if you can slide up or down by just a little bit. What it does is it takes your note from being sour and out of tune and it makes it in tune. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Na. It's almost right, but it's a little bit out of tune. So if I can sing just a little bit higher and slide my voice, it'll be right in tune like this. Na. That's what we really want to focus on when we're doing these exercises so that our voice can learn to magnetize or kind of lock to the pitches themselves. Excuse me. Let's try it again, Jim, if you're okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Good. It's pretty close. A little closer to the mic. That one's a little too high. Let's keep our voice a little lower here. Not too low, though. Na. There we go. Next one. Okay. Keep it high. Keep it high. Yes, Jim. There we go. Medium pitch. Wait. Low. Let's go lower on that one. Let's go. Na. Let's find that one again. Can you sing that note real quick? Yes, let's keep going. Nice job. That one's a little higher. This one's medium again.
Na.
Yes, Jim. Good. Up high. Real high, real high.
Na.
Little higher. Good adjustment. Down real low. Back to the middle. Here we go.
A
Little higher, a little higher. Good. Not bad, Jim. So you can see that what you just did is you made adjustments to your note based on whether or not you were too high or too low. That is how every beginner singer gets better at singing. Because it doesn't matter how pretty your tone is, it doesn't matter what kind of style you're using. If you're not hitting the right note at the right time, it's not going to sound the way you want. So what you
And
just did.
one of the things I'm struggling with here is because of our sound connection here, when the note is played, I can barely hear it. So I'm
okay.
I'm grabbing for it as best I can, but I'm
That's pretty
not
good.
hearing that note very well.
Okay, I see. Well, that's pretty good then. If
But
that's
when I practice on my own, then it should be better.
Sure. No, that's really great because that will progressively get better over time. Nice job on this. And then the last one that I had for you, you don't have to pull it up on your end. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unshare your sound and then I'll share my screen again. I'm going to have to reverse our, I think I have to undo the window capture and then turn back on your Zoom window. I think I've figured out this window thing. I'm getting better at it. But anyway, the last one is just this one. start. Hey, I think we have volume again. Hopefully I wasn't out too long for the volume. Apologize for the little out there. So anyways, what we were just working on was the sound of silence, and you made it a great adjustment. You went, and the vision that was planted in my brain. I love how smooth your pitch was. You made adjustments. Can we do that one more time? And the vision
that was planted in my brain.
Excellent. Yeah. So you were able to, no matter like how bad your tone is or how good your tone is, it doesn't matter if you're not hitting the right notes. And so what you just did is you made a big adjustment on singing the right notes, and it made you sound way better right away. So good for you. Let's head over to My Way by Frank Sinatra. And my goal here is to use that same range. That way we can practice singing. So, hey, remember, and the vision, that's also literally the exact same notes that we start on. And now the end is near. Straight up, same exact notes, like in the same key too, which is kind of cool. So can we try that? And now
the end is near.
Good. Now here's what I want to do. And now the end is near. Hey, we were just working on this for your interval practice, right? Like this is why the interval practice matters, is because it's applicable to real songs. So what I'm hearing, Jim, is when you're singing this major sixth, what I'm hearing is that the now and near sounds great, but the and now the lower of the two notes isn't getting all the way back down to our 0-inch measurement marking on our ruler. So we've got to get our voice lower for the low notes while not changing the high notes. So that's why it's so important that we really get really solid at our pitch. But your tone right now is quite lovely, I want to mention. So anyways, and now the end.
And now the end is near.
Good, I heard end is near. We need end is near. Try that.
And now the end is near.
That's a heck of a lot closer. Nicely done on making some adjustments to your pitch. Let's keep going. And so I'll face the final curtain. Those, instead of being large intervals, those are all going to be very small intervals. And so I face the final curtain. Can we try that? And so I face, right there.
And so I face the final curtain.
Good. So we went too low on that one. We got to keep all the intervals really bunched up. Let's do final curtain, just like that.
Final curtain.
Yeah, excellent work. So now when we put it in context with the song, here's what it sounds like. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. Right? So that small adjustment that you make makes a big adjustment on how you sound. Aye, friend, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case of which I'm certain. Let's see. I've lived. That's where I want to start with. That is a perfect fifth, by the way. And so if you practice your intervals every day on your interval practice, then you're going to get more confident on nailing these intervals in the actual song. So can we sing this perfect fifth? Let's sing na na.
Na.
Beautiful. I've lived.
I've lived.
Thank you. I love that. A lot of people, when I give them the intervals, they'll try to make it style. They'll, I've lived. I'm like, just make it sterile for a minute so we can get the right note. And I think you did a great job on that. So thank you. Makes my job a lot easier. So now what we're going to do is we want to sing the rest of the phrase. I've lived a life that's full. Just going back and forth.
I've lived a life that's full.
Good news. The that's lyrics are like a half step away, a minor second away. So if we can gauge that distance, we can think, I just have to move half an inch. That's it. It's not much, right? I've lived a life that's full. Can we try that really sterile, really like basic?
I've lived a
Yes, 100%. You nailed it because you sang those intervals a much smaller distance away. Nice. I've traveled each and every highway. Let's try.
I've traveled each and every highway.
Good. Do here. By the way, I've traveled is the same note as highway. Traveled highway. Can we try just that? Traveled.
Traveled highway.
That's it. So now we have to copy and paste where those notes are in our mind and then do it in the actual song like this. I've traveled each and every highway. Can we try it?
I've traveled each and every highway.
It's a heck of a lot closer. We actually
Yeah, I was
overshot what we
overshot.
but that's not bad. That means you made an adjustment. So now we have to find a happy medium. Let's see if we can get it right on the money. Me first, then you. I've traveled each and every highway. Try it.
I've traveled each and every highway.
Excellent. You have, within a span of 30 seconds, become a much better singer, right? Like, if you think about it like that, like if what you just did just now, if you sang that on a microphone at a karaoke night, it would sound good. If you sang what you sang 2 times or 1 time ago before this, it would automatically sound not good, right? But I don't know that you have, like, I don't know that you've had like several months to kind of transform and come out of your shell and become more confident with your singing. It's nothing like that. You just changed a little bit of your pitch and intonation, and it made a huge difference in real life right now. So those types of things, your intellectual understanding of music can increase very quickly. I know we talked about stretching and we need to stretch for a long time in order to get a split, but this isn't splitting, right? This is different. This is like, hey, you're already flexible enough to do this thing. Can you like take 2 steps? Sure, I could just take 2 steps. Okay, but you took 3. Well, okay, now I'll just take 2. And then you fix it and all of a sudden you can do it, right? So the intellectual side of singing is very different from the physical side of singing. So, Jim, that was quite lovely. I think that was a really big improvement within literal seconds. And that was just because you started out by singing too high, or actually you started out by singing too low. Then you said, oh, well, I'll try it again, but I'll try it higher. Well, it was too high, and then you find a happy medium right in the middle, and you nailed the song, or you nailed the part of the song specifically. And more, much more than this, I did it my way. Can we try that? And more, much more than this.
More, much more than this, I did it my way.
The ending was good. I want to focus on the beginning. And more. Can we try that again?
And more.
I would go even lower on the low note. Like, and let's find the and first.
More,
there it is. Much
more than this.
So hang on a second. Let me help.
I did it my way.
So the and more, once we're up there, we've got to stay up there. So let me show you what that looks like. Let's go one word or 2 at a time. So, and more, much more. Do you see how I just barely went higher there?
Gotcha.
Let's try it.
And more, much more than this.
Yeah, good. So let's do much more than this.
Much more than this.
Perfect job. Yeah. And can you hear my piano when I play that for you?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Okay, good. That's probably a positive thing because I'm half showing it. I'm playing it just a split second ahead of you because I know that what you hear is a little bit delayed. So what I'm trying to do is make it to where when you sing, the piano can show whether or not you're singing correctly or not. And that's a huge thing that you can do is sing with the original singer and then try to listen for, am I too high or too low? And then make those adjustments. And then the last part, this is all going to be half steps or whole steps, meaning minor seconds or major seconds. All the notes are right next to each other. I did it my way. Can we sing it super sterile and plain and vanilla like that?
I did it my way.
Perfect. So then now if we were to add the style, which we don't even need to do right now, it'd be something like this. I did it my way. And so the way that we get there.
I did it my way.
Ooh, nice slide. The way that we get there is by getting more confidence on our pitch and our intonation as a whole. And then we can start adding the style as we get more comfortable with that. Because when you start juggling too many things, you drop things. So right now, if throughout the next couple weeks, if you can juggle just the pitch, I think that's going to really help. And Jim, if possible, I would love to do. This song is perfect for your voice right now, for where your vocal range is comfortable sitting. By the way, if you're a beginner singer in general, you want to find songs that feel easy to sing within your throat. And when you do that, you're able to make much quicker progress, right? Like that would be the same thing as if I were lifting some weights and you saw that I was struggling and I couldn't lift the weights properly at that weight. The easiest tip that you would give would just be to say, "Hey, why don't you just lift a
Take
little
some of
less
the weight
weight.
off.
Yeah, take some of
Yeah,
the weight
yeah.
off. It's until you get a little bit stronger, until you get more comfortable, go ahead and do a weight that is manageable. And so this song right now during the verse portions is perfect. And I think during that the chorus part, I think that's going to be just fine. Yes, there were times I'm sure you knew when I bit off more than I could chew. This is where it gets a little bit too high, but through it all, I think that point might be a little bit.
It all.
That point's a little high. So I think that could you do it? Sure, but it would take a lot more effort, and you would, instead of focusing on your technique, you might be focusing on just getting the weight up however you can. So
right.
we'll focus on that portion. I'm down to hear it, but what I'd love to hear, Jim, is can we record this one? Can we record this one? And then focus on blending your pitch exactly with the original, and I can send you the track for that, and that'll be fine.
I can pull it down, and I'll break the stems up and all.
All right, cool, that's fine.
And then
yeah.
Also, so this week I'm going to do my way. I'm going to record and practice my way.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to take a stab at Sound of Silence Disturbed.
Very good. I wouldn't go past the low part. Now, just
Okay.
because it's going to be insanely difficult for you to be able to keep up, and I don't know that it would be worth your time to try. That would be like me walking into the gym and saying, "Okay, I'm ready to bench press 500." It's not going to happen,
Okay.
right? Like it. Now,
Gotcha.
that being said, working up to it is a really good idea, right? Like that's the eventual goal, is to work up to doing that. But the first half of Sound of Silence, that lower portion, is perfect for your voice. So Sound of Silence and My Way. We'll work on both of these songs next week, and I'll get our not our singer distinctions. I'll get all of the notes and all the song details in there when we're off YouTube live here. But anyway, thank you so incredibly much. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I appreciate all of your effort and allowing us to meet today.
Thank you, Zach. All right. Bye.
All right, see ya. Okay, check. Hey, so YouTube, if you're still here, if you have questions on what you just saw, I'm going to be around for just a couple more minutes, so feel free to answer questions. I've got another lesson coming up here in just a second, but I'll be available to answer any questions for anyone who's around. Thanks for hanging out with us and watching the live stream. But yeah, Jim is a beginner singer. He's doing an incredible job. His main focus as a beginner singer should be on slowly improving his physical capabilities of singing and getting control over his tone, while also working on his intellectual understanding of music, which is just him learning how to match pitch. So both of those things are incredibly important, and if he can master both of those, he will go from where he is right now to being a really great singer very quickly, because those are the only two things that really matter. You have to sing the right note at the right time with the right tone. So thank you so much for joining me today. Have an amazing rest of your day, YouTube. And that today, this will conclude our live streams for the week. If I see any comments, I'll go ahead and respond to them later on in the evening after I'm done with lessons for the day. Thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you in the next one.